First blood.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I've been muted this whole time? Are you serious? God damn it! God damn it! I've shouted at so many subscribers, and I've introduced and talked about strategy, and I was even right on 3 of my calls, but you guys wouldn't know because it's muted. Son of a bitch! I know people don't want me swearing. God damn it! Unfortunately, because there are 3 minutes of delay, oh, so much of this game was lost. Okay. In the top right corner of the map, we got Team Liquid Snute. On the bottom left corner of the map, we got Chubz. I haven't seen a lot of Chubz, but Snute's a good player. We all know this. Snute's going for a faster layer. He got away with a 3 hatchery opening, but unfortunately, Chubz wasn't able to do too much about it. He did, however, scouted with that probe, and he's been reactive himself with his own fast 30 base. We also got hosted by the Muslim. I want to thank the Muslim and his readers for joining us on the channel. If you guys haven't taken a second, make sure to HTC in chat. Give everybody a invitation clap, and thank you for joining us on the stream. And now you are caught up. Whew. I'm surprised I actually nailed that. I thought I was going to completely fuck that up. Anyways, yeah, so the early game was just basically talking about how Snute got away with his opener. In a lot of PvZs, we're not seeing people get away with a 3rd hatchery so easily. But the Adepts, they're coming on in. Looks like they're able to get some kills. If they start dancing back and forth, main, natural, 3rd, all these good things, you're going to get a lot of drone kills. Now, Snute's not underreacting to this. He actually sends some Lings off to chase this, predicting this pull was coming. Unfortunately, you can't really pull drones under this. It's very dangerous. You can usually throw a couple into the fire if you'd like, but the Lings are kind of getting the job done. All the shields are down on the Adepts, and wherever they transfer to, they are going to probably die. Yeah, Queens are waiting for them. Oh, god damn it, while I was muted, I talked about how Snute would have an extra queen or 2 out to help make sure to deal with this. I called 5, he went 5, I feel pretty good, but you guys don't know that, and I can't. Anyways, roaches, all these things I talked about are happening in the game. 8 drones died, and that wasn't super hot for Snute, but again, 8 drones for what was like, what, 8 Adepts? 7 Adepts, excuse me. That's a good trade. He's taking a 4th, we got the creep tumors. I mean, this is, I'm not muted, sorry, okay. Anyways, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I can't operate solo. I just can't do it. Phoenix gets a hallucinator, excuse me, gets a really good scout. He sees the infestation pit. 2 big timings to look out for in ZvP. One's going to be Hive Tech, the other's going to be Lurkers. Now, there's kind of an in-between here that comes down to Roach Ravager. But through the attack of the Adepts and what Chubz has seen so far, Snute hasn't shown a lot of Ravagers. He showed some Roaches, which he needed for defense, but he hasn't shown any Ravagers. So it would be weird for Chubz to anticipate like Infestor Ravager in the situation, when really it's going to be Hydras and what is most likely later on Lurkers. Lurkers are so good in this matchup, like, oh my god. Adepts do get loaded into this Warp Prism. I would love if there was a Dark Shrine coming up behind this for Chubz and not just the dedication of Adepts. But if he wants to just strictly kill drones, these will get the job done. And we do have a fairly sizable push coming through the middle of the map. However, while some Ravagers were made, there's not a lot of Hydras behind this. Hydra's going to be the big damage for this. Alright, here comes the Warp Prism, going to unload some Adepts here towards the main. Big Warp-In follows it up. Roaches and Hydras should be able to do it. Snipes off the Warp Prism. No problem. No more reinforcements. Now he just has to deal with what's in the south. And between these Ravagers and Queens, I think Snute should be able to hold this. Chubz is a very scary force, but he should probably recall it out of here because there's no way he takes this fight. He snipes off the hatchery before doing though, so that's not too bad. Predicting the recall coming, some corrosive vials go down, and that Mothership Core could have died in another world, another reality. Castellano for the 19-month resub, and again, I went. It's a little too late to do it now. I went and I tried to re-shout out everyone who joined us through the Muslims raid, but unfortunately, with the Ameno spam, that's now impossible, and I can't go back to chat to see all those names. So please know that if you subbed in the last 15 minutes, I love you, and I'm sorry that you didn't get a proper shout out on stream. Eminem's got nothing on you. Yeah. Auctioneer cast. You know what we need to do? We need to have me and Destiny this fake hype mode. Just do like a speed cast and see how that goes. Probably not well. Lurker Den on the way for Snute, though. Talked about the timings for this. It's really important that Chubz knows there's lurkers coming. Because unfortunately, it's not necessarily about detection for them. Like, observers are cool and all, whatever, guys. But it is more about having things like disruptors or really just anything else to deal with them. Now, Nice Username put out a video a little while back where he showed, like, crazy hardcore AI can beat out lurkers with just stalkers, but that's not usually how it goes for players, unfortunately. And this fight goes so poorly. The Mothership Core almost goes down. If that had died, the army would have been dead in the water. She gets out with 1 health! 1 health is how much she barely gets out alive with. And that's going to mean that Chubz, I don't think he's going to be able to pull off that same trick again. With that, next time he tries to recall, it's going to get killed. For sure. Okay, my throat's a little bit sore after yelling. Speed yelling, if you were. Bit of a mistake. Chubz does have another Warp Prism, and I like this. I would actually love to see 2 Warp Prisms come out of this, but the problem is, while all this has been going on, his upgrades are not exactly super amazing. He's coming up on +3, and that's cool, but he's also coming up against Hive Tech, which is going to be combination Vipers, Adrenal Glands, Ultralisks. Now, Snute doesn't have a lot of upgrades, and frankly, that is going to be a bit of a problem, but he's got so much money. He's just going to be able to throw away bodies at his opponent. He's going to take money and throw it at his opponent. The Warp Prism full of Adepts is going to be searching around for something to do, but again, Snoot's patrolling really well. He's on top of so much of this game. He even segments some Hydralisk off, anticipating that Warp Prism to pick it off. I mean, the Adepts can come out still and kill a Hydras, whatever, but as long as the Warp Prism dies, no more follow-up. Now, the Lurker Den, I think, finally did get scouted out of Chubz, so very important that he saw that, as that's going to lead towards the Disruptors now in production. Watching the APM graphs, by the way, is always cool. Snute spiking. You can tell when he's making units because that's when the spikes come out. But as far as the income goes, I mean, this is actually, I thought this was more Snute favored, but it's been a little bit closer than I expected. And I guess Chubz with that 4th base has been holding his own when it comes to the money game. Just that bank was looking, it is frankly looking so much better for Snute. 3,200 minerals in the bank. We got a line of pylons coming down. This, of course, going to be for photon overcharges. Let's be honest, the Mothership Core is not going to be able to make too much use out of a time warp. Lings come on in. They're looking for the fight. We're getting a little bit of FPS drops because, goddamn, this is going to be a big engagement. Going for Abducts, that's really cool. He snipes off the Disruptor with that Abduct. So sick. He blinding clouds the rest of the Stalkers. I don't know that he's got enough to really push in this with the Lings having died at all, but he does take such a good, cost-effective engagement no matter how this goes for him. Chubz once again going to fall behind. Now, he doesn't lose a base, but he does lose a lot of probes through this. The Lings clean that mineral line out with those Adrenal Glands. Really nice to see. But look at this remix I Snute. 60 Lings, 20 Hydras, 4 Ultralisks, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. I mean, like, goddamn, this is gonna. He basically almost remaxes 200-200. Let's just like that's all of Snoot's banked larva. So right now he doesn't really have any more to make, but he does just continue to flood with Lings, and Lings are going to be so good against these Stalkers. There's 2 Disruptors, but they can't afford to use their Purification Nova near their own units. That friendly fire is way too dangerous. On top of the fact there's no Colossus, there's no Storms, and there's Ultras. Well, they're going to get maybe... Against Terran, they look OP. Against Protoss, it's not really the case. Stalkers and Immortals are both pretty good. But Snute is really playing for the Swarm. So Leo 2 for the 15-month resub. Bright Yellow with a brand new resub. Thank you guys both for joining us here on the Base Trade TV family. But this is kind of nasty. Again, those Disruptors are really going to be questionable how they get used, because Chubz needs to use them in some capacity. Pick up the Hydras, maybe deal some of that Purification over to the Ultralisks. snipe those Lings. There's a lot of ways he needs to use these that he might not be able to. Once again, these Lings do not have a ton of upgrades, but level 2 with Adrenal Glands tears through buildings. It'll kill probe lines. Snoot's coming in with a couple of Blinding Clouds on top of this, and Chubz is in, frankly, a bit of a panic. Doesn't quite know where to go. SimCity through the pylons was trying to be established. Those Disruptors get some great shots off on those Hydras, but is that going to be enough at the end of the day? There's still just so much Zerg. He's getting surrounded. The Ultras are chopping away those Kaiser Blades. The Abduct comes down. The Disruptor dies. The Immortals are surrounded. Super Saiyan 2 just up for 1 year as well. This goes on. And this, I mean, I love the SimCity setups here. I love the fact that he's trying to get these overcharges set up as well for defense. But even though Snute, yeah, he just bullies through. That's it. Brute force, domination, and Liquid Snute takes game number 1.